small forward, C.J. Miles. At the other forward position, Mavericks. At center, Thomas Bryant. At point guard, John Wall. At the other guard position, Bradley Beal. The head coach of the visiting team is Scott Brooks. And now your Dallas Mavericks starting five. Starting at center, at 7'3", number 51, Boban Marjanovic. At the point, standing 6'5", number 55, Delon Wright. The other guard, at 6'6", number 11, Tim Hardaway Jr. At the power forward position, at 7'3", number 6, Kristaps Porzingis. The other forward, 6'7", number 77, Luka Doncic. Your head coach is Rick Carlisle. Mavs fans, your Dallas Mavericks.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, after a 16-year run where they made the playoffs 15 times and won the NBA title in 2011, the Dallas Mavericks have missed the postseason the last 3 years. But by bringing in 2019 Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and trading for All-Star Kristaps Porzingis, there's a lot of confidence in Dallas that they will soon be back in the hunt. Kevin?
Seems like they are. Thanks, DA. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And now Washington's starting group. Beal and Miles out on the perimeter. Bryant is out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Wall in at the point. And for the Mavericks, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. DeLon Wright is out there with Hardaway. And it's Marjanovic in at the center position.
You know, one of the biggest issues for the Wizards, obviously, has been their defense. I think part of that comes from not having the kind of rim protectors you need. They haven't been able to stay healthy there. But I think a bigger portion, guys, is simply a lack of effort.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. All with it. And it's Beal in the corner. The 17-footer. That one, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, I think Hardaway Jr. has the kind of athleticism that allows him to be a contributor on the backboards.
Right against Wall. And here's Miles outside. That shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And the lack of effort on defense, it's been a big problem in Washington.
Well, it's resulted, Kevin, in the team being second to last in points allowed last season. I don't think there's enough urgency and pressure from any position. And it also shows up in their rebounding numbers, Kev. There's a lot of things to be addressed here.
Now Doncic. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Doncic feeling it out. Off with the layup. For Washington, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Wall. Finished off the break.
Now he has the speed of a track star. Wall devastating running the transition opportunity.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Passes it to Doncic. The 15-footer. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
That free throw, no good.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer. And he's got the game to do just that. He looks better and better every year, guys.
And the second free throw, good. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh. Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Pass to Beal. The tray. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, this is what you love about Bradley Beal. He doesn't have to dominate the basketball. Just get him a shot in the flow of the offense.
Left side, Porzingis. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Doncic, and it's good for 2. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
And the pass to Bertans. Bryant against Marjanovic. And Bryant kicks to Beal. Back to Bryant. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Wall, no luck.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head-scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Wizards trail by 4. Now Beal. Pass to Bertans. From deep. It doesn't go for him.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Beal against Hardaway. They get it back. Porzingis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Mahimi's checked in for the Wizards.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start him.
Now, here's Miles. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Ball against Wright. Pass to Hardaway. Now here's Porzingis. Lets it go. Dallas, no good that time either. Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
That shot missing. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And, of course, this is the first they're seeing of Dallas.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting two-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
And the first one at the line is good.
And in their history, the Dallas Mavericks have never moved up in the draft, and they needed to do so this summer to keep their pick.
Well, you think about it, Greg, they went into it with a little over a 26% chance to move up into the top four. That did not happen. The Hawks collecting that 10th pick from the Luka Doncic trade.
And both free throws good for Beal. Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward. And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Wizards. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Miles. Beal with it. Kicks it to Mahinmi. Just 5 to shoot. From 13, connects, the jumper drops.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Doncic against Miles. There's the pass to Hardaway. No good from outside. Wizards trail by 3. Down low, here's Beal. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Beal's got 9.
Well, the athleticism and size of Bradley Beal makes that an easy shot, believe it or not. He's got great vertical.
On the wing, Doncic. And it's good, 2 points. He's got 8.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Here's Wall. Outside, Beal fires the 3. Here's Miles. The putback.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Right side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, one of the strengths of this Wizards team is their athleticism. Great in the open floor.
No doubt, Greg. You think about it. They finished 7th in the league in points off turnovers last season. They've got the personnel to thrive in transition, obviously. Good speed, good finishers at both the guard and forward positions. The question becomes half-court execution, and do you have enough shooting?
Shoot 2.
He misses the free throw. You hear these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the helper. Help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case, but it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
Now here's Thomas. Elbow shot is on the way. It's good.
This, to me, is one area where Isaiah Thomas is so effective. This guy is accurate and confident in the mid-range.
Up top, Barea. He's guarded by Thomas. Pass to Doncic. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Thomas, no good. The Mavericks leading. Here's Doncic. Rebound by Mahimi.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Beal. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that, Greg. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
And the Wizards with possession. The Mavericks making the shot. Launches a three. He can't hit that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And Wright kicks to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. A three from Porzingis. Come on. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, put up about 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Outside Thomas. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Passes it to Doncic. Some solid defense from Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Trailing by 2. Here's Beal. That one off the back iron and out. Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. To Porzingis. 1:31 left in the first quarter of the game. And it goes out of bounds. Going off Mahimi.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Bradley Beal. He's coming off an excellent season. 11th in scoring. And he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago. Now, here's Barea following the miss by Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Thomas passes to Beal. The pass to Hachimura. No good. That would have tied it. Now the Mavericks with it. Here's Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 12 in the game.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Now here's Beal. He's got 9. Here's Hachimura. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Dallas making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Ish Smith, he's checked in for the Wizards. Barea against Thomas. 5 on the clock. And it's blocked.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. Six seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Doncic. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The 5'9" Isaiah Thomas has made a career out of proving his doubters wrong.
Ever since I was a little boy, they always said, you're not going to be this good in high school. Then when I got to high school and played pretty well, they said, well, you're not going to do that good in college. And when I got to college, they said, well, the NBA, those guys are too big. They're too fast, too strong. The things you do in college won't work in the NBA. And I've just kept pushing ever since. I have a goal of mine, I want to be one of the best little guys to ever play the game.
Well, no question about it, Greg. Isaiah Thomas still plays with something to prove.
You know, wanting to show he still belongs. That fiery competitiveness is why his teammates love it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Isaiah Thomas out there with Ish Smith. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Outside for Curry. 6 to shoot. Pass to Doncic. Goes up from the top of the key. Rebound, Washington. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. You look at Bryant, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Right wing. Porzingis passes to Powell. It's Curry outside. Tries again. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first basket of the night.
I'll tell you, Kevin, you have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Now, here's Thomas. The teardrop falls in. Thomas got his second basket.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Powell, no one around him. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Powell's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. A live body off the bench. Dwight Powell gives you productive minutes.
He does, Kevin, and that's most reflected in the plus-minus when you look at his stats. This is a guy who hasn't averaged a ton of minutes, but he scores and he defends at a high level when he's given those minutes.
And here's Brunson. After Isaiah Thomas made that last three-pointer. Passes to Porzingis. Doncic outside. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Bryant. Smith kicks to Thomas. Pass to Brown. A floater, and he lays it up and in. Now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Right side Porzingis. Outside for Curry. Here's Brunson. Misses the three. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Brown the pass to Thomas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
That free throw, no good. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durants, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Here's Smith. Feeds it to Thomas. Shoots over Curry, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Looking here at some numbers for Smith. Last season's performance for him averaged about 9 points per game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
And he can't get the first one.
Think about this. Isaiah Thomas goes from being the last pick in the 2011 NBA draft to a guy who finishes a season top 5 in MVP voting. What a journey, guys.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Brunson finds Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. Fires the three. Bertans grabs the board.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Nice shot by Smith.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. On the wing, Hardaway. To stop the drought, the shot's good. Hardaway's got the game tied up here for Dallas. The Wizards have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Outside Thomas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What burst forced by Isaiah Thomas. This guy is such a shifty guard who specializes in drawing contact.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And the first one drops.
And you look at the Mavericks' numbers last season, the need for shooting is obvious.
And I think, Greg, what's shocking is poor shooting is not something you have historically associated with the Mavs. But when you look at it through last season, they took a high rate of threes and a high rate of free throws. And yet, both of those percentages were poor. That's an area for improvement this season.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for them.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Thomas, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
And he makes the first. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Now here's Brunson, covered by Wall. Hardaway against Miles. Steps back and fires. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Well, in today's NBA, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll, and Hardaway doing work right there.
The pass to Miles. On the wing, Bryant. Outside, Wall. For the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Powell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Curry passes to Brunson. Wall with a block.
You see the wingspan and the timing by John Wall. What a defensive effort.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Well, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. Now here is Hardaway. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Curry. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Wall kicks to Bryant. Pass to Miles. Curry against Thomas. Outside Bryant. From deep three-point range. And another miss by Washington. Mavericks leading by 3. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Now here's Marjanovic. No points in the game yet for him. Hardaway for 3. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Wizards trail by 5. Wall dishes to Miles. Passes it to Bryant. Shoots over Marjanovic, and that one goes long. Dallas has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
How about that burst of speed? Tim Hardaway Jr., whoa!
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bertans, the pass to Thomas. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Stolen by Thomas. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. That one falls. Thomas got 13 points in just this quarter.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Pass to Marjanovic. He kicks to Hardaway. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Well, Scott Brooks now in his 4th year as coach of the Wizards, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him so far in his tenure in the D.C. area. And think about it, guys, under the gun now because the GM who hired him was now let go.
And his defense is so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And Doris for Brooks, he'll be doing what he can to get this team back in the playoff hunt.
And I think, Kevin, the area they must address is the defensive end of the floor. Listen, they have thrived offensively under Scotty Brooks. But this team, if you're going to get into the playoffs and thrive, you've got to be a quality defensive unit.
Here's Curry, following the three-pointer by Washington. On the wing, Hardaway, defended by Miles. And there's the pass to Brunson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Look at Curry, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that, if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you chose?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. White is checked in for Seth Curry. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Hachimura comes in for Bertans. Troy Brown's checked in for C.J. Miles. And Beal's subbed in for Thomas. They get it again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and an exciting young player to watch.
And that one falls for Hachimura. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the three ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
Here's Wall after Luka Doncic's bucket. Shoots from 14. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 11.
That jumper translates to every spot on the floor. Bradley Beal becomes harder and harder to guard.
Beal on the double team to the middle. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The Mavericks shooting the sixth attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon. One shot.
Free throw, no good for Berea.
And you never doubt this guy's enthusiasm or his love for the game of basketball. To me, it's what makes Berea the kind of guy you root for.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
The Wizards have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Throw good, Beal.
You know, the amazing thing to me is as much as Bradley Beal has turned into a complete player for a guy who entered as simply a jump shooter, I think there's even another level he can get to.
He hits both from the stripe. Dallas leading by 4. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Powell. Kicks it to right. Doncic outside. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic and a pretty pass right there.
And here's Wall. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. But I think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, I mean, we all got to get in there and rebound.
You can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 16 points and 2 assists. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
And we're seeing there's a certain it factor for Luka Doncic. His supreme confidence in himself, the terrific floor leader, he's turned a lot of people into believers in a very short time.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. DeJuan Wright is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. To the paint, here's Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Quite possibly an all-star snub. Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic. Doris had a chance to be selected in his first season.
Perhaps sending a message, Kevin, with that first teenager ever to put up a 30-point triple-double. Something tells me this young man will have an all-star game appearance or 2 moving forward.
No good on the free throw. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
And he sinks the second.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Mavericks leading by 5. Puts it up from 15. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And for the Wizards and their new front office doors, a tough task ahead of them.
I think so, Kevin, because first and foremost, they need to change the culture of the team, right? Too long, there had been a lack of accountability in D.C., and I think once they address that, the rest of the rebuild could come easier.
That one drops for him. And that's 19 points for Luka Doncic.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes it to Bertans. Bryant against Marjanovic. And Bryant kicks to Beal. 5 to shoot. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Doncic gets it to go.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Wall looking it over. Over Wright. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Wall.
Well, John Wall has always been such a reliable mid-range scorer. That short area quickness and elevation, so good.
A wide open look here for Porzingis, but they recover it. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Wall. 2 points. That one goes. Wall's got 6 in the quarter.
It may be impossible to stay in front of John Wall.
Mavericks leading by 7. Pass to Doncic. Wall with the steal. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for John Wall. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
And so John Wall nails both of them.
You know what I love? That John Wall has stated clearly he would like to be the MVP of the NBA. I have no problem with that. You want guys to be ambitious.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 9. Back to right. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Marjanovic down low. Bertans defending. He gets that one.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And Miles kicks to Beal. Over Porzingis. And again, Washington no good.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Inside, here's Wright. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night. Wizards trail by 9. Wall with it. And the slam dunk by Wall.
My favorite part of John Wall, this guy loves to play, and he will initiate contact inside. Nice.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And checking out numbers for Wright, how he performed last season. Averaged about 8 points a game last season. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Well, Luka Doncic, from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA, has flashed incredible potential and skill.
And Washington making a change here. Smith has checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Smith. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Bryant. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him. Buries it down low. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here is Smith. Now the pass to Beal. Over Hardaway. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And right, here we go. Marjanovic tips it back in. Marjanovic has got 8 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Beal against Hardaway. Now here's Bryant. He's tightly guarded. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Miles. And another miss by Washington. Mavericks leading by 13. Hardaway goes in. Here's Doncic. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got 25 points.
Well, Luka Doncic right now cooking. This guy's got his rhythm, and he's making it hard on the defense.
Smith inside. He's against Porzingis. Beal's shot is good.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Doncic against Miles. Pass to Hardaway. Over Beal. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Here is Miles. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. And Miles kicks to Bryant. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the dunk by Doncic.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Barea subbed in for Wright. The Wizards also changing it up. Mahimi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Hachimura comes in for Davis Bertans. And it's Brown in for C.J. Miles. Now, here's Doncic. Passes to Powell. Powell Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And, Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. Russ, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. And so it's Washington with it, following the miss by Porzingis. Here's Brown. Here's Mahimi. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Well, if you use your strength and your power and a little bit of relentlessness, as John Mahimi does, he cleans up.
Correa with a wide-open look, off target with his three.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Brown, good. And it's Correa with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They led by as many as 18 points. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Now, here's Barea. Oh, good with the triple. Barea against Smith. Mahimi kicks to Beal. Here's Hachimura. Guarded by Powell. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Smith.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 27. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his fourth assist in this one. Wizards trail by 13. Beal deciding where to go with it. Here's Hachimura. Shoots over Powell. Another one falls for Washington. Here is Barea. 1:58 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Doncic. Count it. Good. Doncic has got 29.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Beal against Curry. Now here's Beal. Defense right on him. That one misses. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
The pass to Brown. Here's Hachimura. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you can see what makes Hachimura a tough cover. He can beat you with finesse, and also he can bring the hard hat.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting two.
And that one falls for Hachimura. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And then for Washington, Ryan, he's checked in for Mahimi. Ball comes in for Bradley Beal. And Thomas subbed in for Smith. And so he hits both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Dallas leading by 11. Barea looking over the floor. Here's Doncic. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. And that's 31 points for Luka Doncic.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
The three from Thomas. But they get it back. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Bryant. Bryant's got his second bucket tonight.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And the dunk by Powell.
Kevin, how about the ups of Dwight Powell? He's making these lobs look easy.
Thomas passes to Wall. 24 seconds left to play in the third. Thomas's shot is off. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Brunson kicks to Powell. Up top, Doncic. No good on that one. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Scott Brooks.
The issue is not them. The issue is us. We're not being physical. Effort, hustle, determination is going to win this game. Not scoring.
Well, Greg, he's commanding his guys to be more energetic right now.
And the physicality must improve. Coach Brooks wants more toughness on the board.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the Wizards. We've got Wall. Travis Bertans out there with Bryant. Then it's Thomas. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Thomas, no luck.
That's his first personal foul.
Dallas leading by 13. Now Barea and Thomas over to help. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots a fader. They get it back. And Doncic gets it to go.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Right side Wall. Bryant passes to Bertans. Doncic against Brown. Clock at 4. Shoots over Doncic. And again, Washington no good. And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now here's Barea. Looking to end his cold spell for Porzingis. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Wizards. Wizards trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Thomas, here we go. Nice D from Porzingis.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Bertans. The Mavericks making the shot. Outside for Miles. From 11 feet away, and that's good for 2.
What an effort from C.J. Miles. Willing the shot past the defender. Superb fast release when he's under duress.
Outside, Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Passes it to Barea from the arc. Rebound, Washington. Bertans got 4 rebounds in this game. Lob pass to Bryant, and finish off by Bryant.
Boy, the court vision, the intelligence that John Wall is putting on display. This is great stuff.
Bounce pass, Barea. Here's Porzingis, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call on Washington with the foul.
Okay.
First one falls for him.
You know, there was so much hype around Kristaps Porzingis once he got off to a great start in his first year. And you just want to see him continue to grow and add dimensions to the offensive game every year. What's next? We'll see.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway comes in for Jalen Brunson. And it's DeLon Wright in for J.J. Barea. He's off on the second. Wizards trail by 14. Wall dishes to Miles. Pass to Thomas. Top of the key, Bryant. And here's Miles outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Wright's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hardaway against Thomas. 11 feet away. Bryant with the rebound. The Wizards have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And finished off by Berton.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Wright. Bryant comes with the double team. And the pass to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Another shot, and it's good on the way in. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis has any number of tools on the offensive end, but a nice high percentage look there.
Pass to Bryant. And here is Berton. Guarded by Marjanovic. Kept alive.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And Thomas, here we go. Yep, it counts.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Mavericks leading by 12. Bryant comes with the double team. Wright, the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Wright. And that one's drained from the low block. Here's Wall. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Wall's got 12 points here in the second half. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by Miles. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Don't tell me I'm just a finesse big man. KP with the highlight reel material.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. It's a 14-point game. Yep, that one goes in there. Thomas got 19 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
To the inside. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Outside, Wall. Wall draws the double. On the wing, Bryant. Pass to Miles. Outside, Wall. And Thomas has it in the corner. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. 21 points in the game.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
On the wing, Hardaway. Second chance effort. Porzingis trying to get free. And Marjanovic with the layup. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter. Wall against Wright. Pass to Miles. He kicks it to Bryant. There's the pass to Wall.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
On the wing, Doncic. Over Miles. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
We know this about Luka. This guy dangerous from anywhere on the floor. Such an effective shooter.
Ball against Wright. And Bryant slams it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, here's Doncic. And Thomas over to help. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And another basket for Dallas.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Wall against Wright. Outside, Wall. Wall draws the double. And the wide-open shot from Miles. A three-pointer off the mark. Dallas leading by 16. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
Wall attacking, and the shot goes in.
They're trailing, but they are really battling, working the ball down low, getting good looks in the paint. The inside game much improved from where it was in the first half.
Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
One shot.
That one misses for Wall.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. Over Wall. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, the hoop and the harm. Luka Doncic, the finish, and he'll get an opportunity to add to that.
And really, for a good portion last season, Tim Hardaway acted as the main source of points for the Knicks. Ends up more of a volume scorer, a role that he's going to have to develop.
That free throw good from Doncic. And for Hardaway, he was putting up points last season, but the percentages, Greg, were down across the board.
And I think what we found out about him is that he's probably not best suited to be your primary scorer. Very capable of getting buckets, but you don't want him putting up more than 15, 18 shots a game for you.
Now, here's Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Hardaway against Miles. Doncic outside. Passes to Wright. From deep three-point range. And it's Miles with the rebound. Miles has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Wall kicks to Beal. A 3-ball. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, easy call.
Okay. Two.
The first one falls. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin. What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Wright. 1:29 left in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists now in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
And it's in there.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
The pass to Marjanovic. Hardaway with it. Outside, Porzingis. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.